third round of stimulus checks closer to reality after the House passed President Joe Biden's COVID-19 relief package this weekend. And that is our top story tonight. The bill now heads to the Senate after receiving no support from Republicans in the House, with 2 Democrats even voting against it. The clock is ticking for a bill to be finalized. Democrats are hoping President Biden signs a bill by March 14th before current payment programs run out. It will face more debate once it goes to the Senate. 11 Alive's Chanu Hur gives us a look at what Georgia leaders are saying about it.
Even with no Republican support in the House, President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package passed and now heads to the Senate. President Biden's American Rescue Plan includes more direct payments to Americans and weekly unemployment benefits.
We need to relieve that suffering. The American Rescue Plan does just that.
But in Georgia, House Republicans heavily criticized the bill. Congressman Drew Ferguson of the 3rd District said in a tweet the response from President Biden and congressional Democrats to the COVID-19 crisis has been rushed, hyper-partisan, and out of touch with the urgent needs facing the public. Meanwhile, Democratic Congresswoman Nikema Williams said our workers, families, students, and businesses can't afford to wait another day for us to play party politics with their lives. Governor Brian Kemp has criticized the package as well, claiming Georgia is getting less funding than other states based on the allocation formula the government will use.
In previous packages that were on the table, that they were looking at doing allocations based on population size, whereas so this time they're rewarding more so states that have been locked down and have high unemployment. And if you look at our economy, obviously, we were one of the very first ones to reopen last year.
Governor Kemp is urging Democratic Senators Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to vote against the deal when it goes before the Senate. Senator Warnock voiced his support for the package in his own statement, adding based on how much Georgians have been struggling, it can't come quickly enough. Financial expert Andrew Poulos says Georgians may feel the impact from the allocation to an extent, but overall, he thinks this is mostly just political back and forth.
With every package, there's politics involved. I don't think we'll get any sort of legislation, whether it's stimulus legislation, tax legislation, where politics don't get involved.
All right, that was Chanu reporting for us tonight. So President Biden's nearly $2 trillion relief bill covers more than just funding for stimulus checks. So let's talk about that. The package also includes $400 a week in unemployment supplements, $20 billion for national vaccine programs, $350 billion for state and local governments, and even $170 billion to schools to help with reopening costs. Now, the bill also plans to hike the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. The Senate is expected to strip that part out. To learn a lot more about the next round of stimulus checks and to find out if you qualify, folks, just head over to 11alive.com and click on the As Seen on TV section.